What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting a brand new show. This is Maesetsu opening act. Alright, we're starting another show today. This is the second new show of the day and one of the last few shows that we're starting this season. We've still got another couple coming. I think we got one tomorrow and then one day after and then that's it. We've watched every single show this season that we plan to. For those of you new to the channel, hi, welcome. British guy who reacts to anime, seasonal anime at that. And it's a rare daytime video. Normally he'll be at nighttime, but today I messed up my timings and we're in the day. But when we start a new show, I like to pull up the analyst page, look over the synopsis, the tags, and the studio, just get a basic feel of what we're going into, and take it from there. I know that's not for everyone, so there is a timestamp in the description to the start of the reaction, as there are on all my videos, and has been since basically I started doing this back in January. So, Maesetsu opening act. When four hard-working friends pair up to chase their dream of becoming professional stand-up comedians, they quickly find out that being funny is seriously difficult. Yes, it is. Join Fubuki, Mafu, Rin, Nayuta, and the rest of their hilarious pals as they overcome obstacles on the journey to achieving their ultimate goal, performing live at the Namba Grand Kagetsu. Now, if I remember correctly, the Namba Grand Kagetsu is meant to be a very well-respected venue for performing arts, and has like a Hall of Fame, and is well known for its comedy and things like that, so it's like trying to perform. It's like idols trying to perform at the Budokan, or things like that. Think of like a grand venue for your whatever it is. So for footballers, it might be if it's at the club competition, it might be like Champions League or something like that. Or if it's at a national level, you want to perform at the World Cup and represent your country at the World Cup. Like it's kind of like that. It's like that is where you want to go. It's like almost like performing the O2 Arena in the UK used to be. Although, less so nowadays. This is by Studio Gokumi and Axis. Studio Gokumi have done Seiton Academy, so I'm a little skeptical about watching this, but I'm fairly certain that the reason this was a problem was because of Cygames, not because of Studio Gokumi. At least that's what I'm hoping. We'll see if that's the case, though. They've done Seren, a bunch of other stuff, so if you see this reaction disappear, it's probably because something Studio Gokumi is no longer allowing some of its stuff to be done, which would be a shame, but I don't think it's them. I think it's Cygames more specifically, because I don't remember many of these other shows having particular issues in the past, like Kinura Mosaic. I've never heard of that having an issue. So, and then Axis has done a bunch of other work on some of their projects. I don't know what specifically Axis does in relation to that. I don't know if they do CG work or something, but they are also working alongside Gokumi on their projects. And this is an original work. It does have a manga, but that came out like 3 months ago or so. So this will quickly start overtaking the manga, I imagine. Comedy slice of life. Female cast, cute girls doing cute things. Yeah, this is meant to be a funny show. Like, this is meant to be a funny show. These are meant to be girls that are trying to be funny. It's got a fun little art style here. I have no idea considering they want to be performing at this, they want to be professional and go to this thing, I'm going to guess they're out of school age, even though they look like they might be in elementary school. I think that's just a quirk of their designs. We'll see as we go forward, but kind of curious what the nature of their jokes are going to be, if they're going to be heavily Japanese culture-related jokes, or if they're going to translate well over to a Western audience or not, because that's my main concern right now as to whether I would continue the show or not, is, well, A, is it actually funny? Like, it actually has to be a funny show, if that's your main purpose, and I'm sure it'll be just fine. But the nature of that comedy, is it going to rely a lot of Japanese cultural references? Is it going to be based on regions and stuff like that Westerners might not really understand? That's what I'm going to be paying attention to and being a little cautious about going forward. The fact that this is a full-length series, though, actually kind of surprises me. This is the type of show that I'd expect to get half-length. But, nope, we got full-length, so I guess we'll see how it goes. Let's draw a line under that, because I don't need that set of notes anymore. That was from Grace of the Gods that we just watched. Let's get into this week's episode of Maesetsu, or the opening episode at least. We are watching this one on Funimation. Link to that is in the description below. And these are timer-based format reactions, for those of you new. So at the bottom left of your screen here, you're going to see the timer for the episode. I will count you down 3, 2, 1, play. Then on play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. No audio or video from the original material is going to be shown on screen in this one because of YouTube's copyright law. I'm thinking of doing a little thing, maybe to do incentivize maybe something else, but we'll see how I can get that going. Maybe next season. That's not going to be something I'm going to pursue this season at least. We've got Kadokawa logos and Funimation logos to begin with, so I'll call them out as I go past, and you can also use the screen flash to help sync up when scenes transition and things like that. So, with all that said, let's get into the first episode of Maesetsu, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Kadokawa and a Funimation. Here we go. Microphone. Spotlights. This is going to be a younger version of our main protagonist, probably. Enjoying a comedy show. More than likely. Yep. Mm-hmm. And that was the start of her dream. Very simple and expected premise, but sure. 72nd Culture Festival for high school, okay. Oh, graduates, okay. This is Art Deco, okay. So they've graduated from high school and they're coming to perform at their local high school. Makes sense? As a band? I guess this serves as our OP. At least we get subtitles for it. This looks really dumb though. Alright, OP done. Okay. Is she gonna bomb? I don't know what that means. I don't think the audience does, as well. Okay. Yep, she's bombing. Good. That is the expected reaction. Yeah. She laughed. That's one laugh. I don't know if she's laughing at her or with her. Well, that was a very poor joke. I don't even know what the joke was. mean, if it keeps bombing, change the bit. I mean, they've got a point. That also does not help. I mean, yeah. What's that? Okay. Is that Uzaki's voice actress? Gotta find out. Sounds quite similar to Uzaki, so. God, that was quiet. Okay. They need an emergency act. Ooh, that's rough. But the thing is, uh huh. I mean, she didn't, but. Yeah. Who's this gonna be? Is this gonna be an actual comedy act? Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. JK, cool. Okay. Mm hmm. So I got a lot of backing as well. They recognize the talent. mm. Yeah. Mm hmm. If there is a next time. We'll see. Still on about it. Yeah. A one-off gag that didn't make any sense to me anyway. Mm. Okay. She's giggling at her own pun. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay. Bizarre. Hmm. Why not? Too embarrassed to? Okay. Okay. If it's going to be mainly this type of comedy, then I think it's going to get lost on me. That's my concern right now. Did it bomb back then as well? Yeah, it bombed back then as well. Yeah. Even the teacher's just like, what is going on? So what's going to be the joke? She's going to finally do it and get a laugh out of it? I mean, it did get a laugh out of that one girl, but... Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Are they? Yeah. As expected. Uh-huh. Definitely Uzaki. Okay. Mm-hmm. That is true. Mm-hmm. This is the girl that actually laughed, right? Okay. All right, and yeah, that was same one that was yeah. She's still laughing at that joke. Or just memories of that bit. Yeah. Yeah. But she's finding it funny that it bombs. Fair enough. Yeah. Interesting. Don't know if that works, but sure. Yeah, she would. That would encourage her. Yeah. Okay. Words of encouragement. Fair enough. Hmm. Ain't that the truth? Your body gives up way too quickly. Mm-hmm. Still motivated. That's good. Let's scrap it. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I mean, yeah, if it's gonna be an impression. Mm-hmm. It's a good sign then. We're actually nearly 20 minutes in. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Huh? I don't think this is a show that translates well into Western comedy. I've got a feeling. Repeat it, regular intervals through the bit? Is that where she's going with it? Well, you gotta pace it right. You can't just keep doing it. Sensei might just be weird. I get what you mean though. Those jokes do work. I get the feeling she's gonna mess it up though. There is that. That sounds pretty rough. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. One of the rare EDs and OPs that actually get translated. Okay. For a comedy show, that was very light on comedy. At least from my perspective. I don't know if in Japan if that would have gone a little better because maybe the jokes made a bit more sense, but to me, I don't think a single one of those jokes landed. I think the biggest laugh I got was that really poor wordplay pun from Blondie. I think that was about the only thing I actually laughed at. If I even count that as a laugh. So yeah, this isn't a promising show to me right now. Also, the whole like comedy duo act is not my favorite type of comedy by far. Hmm. Frills, okay. Alright, well. Um I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. So yeah, Matthew, voiced by Naomi Uzara, and immediately Uzaki. There it is. Like, it was fairly obvious that was Uzaki's voice actress. It was pretty apparent when she started raising her voice and being more aggressive with it. It clicked pretty quickly. I don't know. For a comedy show, I don't think the comedy worked at all. Like, I'm not a fan of the duo comedy bits to begin with. I don't find them particularly funny. And I don't think any of those jokes really translated to a Western audience. Like, did I really laugh at any of the jokes? I can't remember any of the jokes anyway. Although my memory's terrible anyway. My short-term memory, like, over the course of half an hour, is absolutely terrible anyway. So, chances of me remembering them were not likely anyway, even if it was very funny. But as comedy shows go, like, alright, let me just do this. We'll pull up other comedy shows that I have watched recently, sort by a release date. So, shows that I am currently watching, like, Day I Became a God is technically a comedy show, and I laughed more at that. Kuma Kuma Bear is a comedy show, I don't count that. Sleepy Princess, I definitely laughed at that. I laughed more at Tanikawa. I laughed more at Uzaki, for sure, first episode. Way more at Uzaki. Other comedy shows... Kaguya-sama, laughed way more at that, obviously, but that's kind of an unfair comparison. Even Gallon Dino got more of a reaction out of me. And it's like, that thing is just bizarre as all heck, so it kind of had to. But, like, looking at all the other comedy shows, like, all comedy tagged shows, like, most of these aren't even, like, directly going out for the sake of comedy. These are just meant to have funny elements to them as an addition. But, like, even these have, like, more comedic moments than that did. So, it's not a good start, in the slightest. And part of me is just like... Part of me just wants to give up on it straight away. It's like, well, if it didn't land me with that, I don't think it's going to land me with a second one. But at the same time, it didn't feel like we got... The first episode could have done with a dedicated comedy bit, rather than just character introductions. It needed a comedy bit to sell it on the fact that it is a comedy show. Like, if you have a comedy show where you don't even do a full bit, you're not really selling your audience on it, right? And cute girls doing cute things can only get you so far, right? So, it just didn't get me at all. And I'm really struggling to think of a reason to watch episode 2. Because a part of me wants to give it another chance just to see if the comedy lands the second time, but I don't think it will. If they're pursuing the whole comedy duo skit thing together, it's not going to work for me. And the jokes so far have seemed relatively centered on some, like, Japanese cultural jokes or Japanese language jokes that would probably require more knowledge and cultural experience in that case, that it doesn't translate to the Western audience too well. So I think I'm just going to drop it. It just didn't get me at all. Maybe that was an unfair assumption. Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh already, but I've got enough shows this season. I've got more than enough shows this season. Let me see. 3, 6, 12. So yeah, I've got 24 shows currently on the list, including this. If I drop it, I go down to 23. Gallon Dino coming back in a month brings me up to 24, and I've still got 2 more shows. So I could still have potentially 26 shows on the docket. Well, actually, no, remove that one. That's 25. So yeah, I would still be 25 shows in a season, which is ludicrous amounts of shows. 25 shows in a week? Like, yeah. That's averaging 3 shows a day, which for me is insane and not something I expect to keep up with, honestly. I feel like I'm going to fall behind on my schedule. I'm almost fell behind today, of all places, so I'm going to drop it. It just didn't land for me. It just didn't. And I don't know if it could possibly... I just don't see it ever getting me back, if you see what I mean. So we'll just drop it there. I'm not going to say it's bad. I don't think it works for Western audience. I think Japanese viewers might get a bit more of a kick out of this. fans of like the duo comedy bit things, whatever they're called, I think we'll get more enjoyment out of this. But it's just not me. This is not my show to watch, and I don't think it's going to do that. So that's going to leave it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Leave a like if you did anyway. Leave a comment on what you thought if you're going to be continuing the show. Maybe I am a bit harsh in not giving it a second episode, but like I said, I've got plenty of shows to watch. I've got plenty of funny shows to watch this season that will almost certainly get a lot more laughs out of me than what I've currently watched. So I'm not pressed to jump into more, if you know what I mean. So don't forget to subscribe though to see the rest of the full 2020 lineup you can find on my channel. There's a lot of shows being watched, so there's probably another show that you'll be watching that I'm also doing a reaction for. So hope to see you in that as well. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.